Hare Krishna, Namaste, welcome back to my channel. This is Haridam. Thank you for joining me here today. Really appreciate your support. Krishna did not speak the Bhagavad Gita. Really? No, it wasn't Krishna. It was a ghost within Krishna. No, it wasn't Vishnu either. Vishnu and Krishna are interchangeable to a degree. We'll get that into it later. But no, Krishna did not speak about the Bhagavad Gita. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Who spoke the Bhagavad Gita? Where do we get our information from? Pramana from, evidence. As long as there have been Krishna, the Vedas, the Bhagavad Gita, there have been controversies. Now we have to understand the reason behind these controversies. It's not that Krishna did not speak the Bhagavad Gita. There's individuals who don't want to give Krishna the credit of speaking the Bhagavad Gita. Now, what is the reasoning behind this? If it is true that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, then he is considered supreme. And we can't have that, can we? No, Krishna is not the supreme. It is somebody else. But when we look at the Bhagavad Gita, we have to understand that it was nobody else beside Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna who spoke the Bhagavad Gita. There's ample evidences. There's some who will read the Bhagavad Gita or some verses out of context. For example, as we're nearing the end of the Bhagavad Gita in 1862, Krishna mentions that one who wants supreme peace will surrender unto the Supreme Lord. So it appears that Krishna is speaking about somebody else. If we concluded the Bhagavad Gita in 1862, then that would be okay. But unfortunately, there's a few more verses in the Bhagavad Gita, 700 to be exact. Now, to properly understand 1862, we also have to look at 1861. Krishna explains who that supreme peace is. Who is with that? Who do we have to surrender for that supreme peace? And he explains it is the Lord within the heart. So still, who is that Lord within the heart? That is Krishna, as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th verse. Krishna mentions, I am in the heart of everybody. From me comes remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness. I am the source and the object of the Vedas, paraphrasing of course. So now, let's get to the evidence as to why we have concluded that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. We have to first understand that the Bhagavad Gita has been spoken many times, not just to Arjuna, and it was also spoken afterwards to Uddhava. That's in the 11th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. We also have to understand that in the 4th chapter, entitled Transcendental Knowledge, the history of the Bhagavad Gita is mentioned. Krishna says, I spoke this transcendental knowledge to Vivaswan, the sun god. And then it's been passed down through parampara since then. Evam parampara praptam. We also have to understand who can understand the Bhagavad Gita. Those who don't want the Bhagavad Gita, give credit to Krishna for the Bhagavad Gita, cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita. And you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita if you don't know who Krishna is. Krishna says many times in the Bhagavad Gita why he spoke the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, because he was his friend and devotee. Krishna says that is the only way you can understand him. Bhaktyamam abhijananti. That only my devotees can understand me. So if someone is commenting on the Bhagavad Gita who is not a devotee of Krishna, who cannot understand the fact that it is only Krishna who spoke the Bhagavad Gita, will never come to that conclusion. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, is never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. There's so many great scholars and supposed gurus who say so many things. But let's get from the supreme scholar. That's ultimately Vyasadeva. The Bhagavad Gita was a narration the Bhagavad Gita was a narration from Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. But Sanjaya was given the power to see what was happening in the battle of Kurukshetra by his guru Vyasadeva. And that gives us the conclusion as to proof, without a doubt, that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. In 1875, Sanjaya reveals to Dhritarashtra, Vyasa prasada shruttavan etad guyam aham param yogam yogeshwarat krishnat sakshat kathaya swayam. This verse is essential, and 4 verses after this. Sanjaya says that by the mercy of Vyasa, who's his guru, he was able to hear the most secret knowledge spoken by Lord Krishna, the master of all mystics. It is Sanjaya's opinion or conclusion that Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita. And who gave the power to Sanjaya to understand this? It was none other than Vyasadeva. So if we are to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we have to put it through the proper context. If you're not a devotee of Krishna, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita, as you cannot understand Krishna. So, with that, please comment, rate, and share. Please subscribe to my channel. Please check out my Facebook group, Just Transcend, along with my wife's Facebook group underneath as well. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.